Alright, hey, what's going on? My name is Shaan. In this video, I want to talk about a common fear that many people who struggle from anxiety and panic attack have, and that is the fear of passing out. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to understand really why this fear is so alarming. I want to get to the truth about what's actually going on, the mechanics of fainting and how that relates to people struggling with anxiety and panic attacks. And then C, I want to give you guys some tools and techniques to help combat this. So if you guys don't know who I am, my name is Shaan. About 8 years ago, I struggled with debilitating anxiety and panic attacks. I was able to get out of it about 6.5 years ago, and now I have the great fortune of helping others fully get out of anxiety and panic attacks. So without further ado, let's crack into the video. Now, before we get into the video, I just want to quickly mention, before you guys continue watching the video, it's always a good idea to first get everything ruled out by your doctor. It's always a good idea to go to your doctor and get anything physical ruled out before you continue watching this video. Chances are you've probably already done that. You've probably came out just to be just fine and healthy and a clean bill of health. So in that case, continue watching in the video. Thanks. So when you experience high levels of anxiety or panic, it's normally accompanied by two sensations that you feel, and that is dizziness and lightheadedness. Now, the dizziness and lightheadedness is what makes you feel like you're about to pass out. And what I really want to explain is, why do these two sensations happen? Why do you feel dizzy? Why do you feel lightheadedness? And the truth is that when people are dealing with high levels of anxiety at the moment, they tend to overbreathe, meaning they tend to hyperventilate. They just take in more oxygen and they just breathe out more often. This sensation leads you to feeling dizzy. Now, how does this relate to really anxiety and panic attacks? Now, to understand anxiety and panic attacks, you really have to understand this mechanism that's built in everybody's body called the fight or flight response. Now, this is an innate mechanism used for our bodies to essentially prepare ourselves for imminent threat. So the example I always like to give is, let's say thousands of years ago, you encountered a 900-pound saber-toothed tiger. Your body will instantly gear up to either do two things: fight that saber-toothed tiger, or run away. Now, when this happens, your body actually goes through physiological changes. These are big physiological changes, and they're very quick. One of the things that it does is that it actually increases your blood pressure. So your heart rate actually goes up and your blood pressure goes up. Why does this happen? Well, you need to make sure you're having blood flow going and circulating throughout your body, your muscles, your brain, so you can be in peak optimal condition. You can just be ready to, either fight or flee, to run away. Now, how does this relate to dizziness and fainting? Well, here's the thing. When it comes to fainting, fainting actually happens when you have low blood pressure. Low blood pressure meaning you're not getting enough blood across your body. Now, this is also in itself a survival mechanism. If your blood pressure is low, chances are you're not getting enough blood flow going to the brain. So your body has a built-in mechanism to help prevent this from happening, which is fainting. So when you pass out, you essentially actually have more blood going to the brain. And that's where actually this disconnect is happening, because when you're dealing with high levels of anxiety, your blood pressure is up. Okay, I'm going to say that again. When you're dealing with high levels of anxiety, your blood pressure goes up. You have more blood going to the brain. Now, this is opposite from people struggling with low blood pressure and fainting, because, well, the blood pressure goes down, and that's why they faint. So it's really important to recognize that you're actually getting tricked into this, that you're actually less likely to be passing out if you're dealing with anxiety than somebody else who isn't dealing with anxiety. Just because your blood pressure is up, you're not going to pass out. Now, this dizziness and fear of fainting, and the dizziness and lightheadedness is really what trips people up. It doesn't matter if they know they're not going to pass out. They still have these feelings. So how do they combat this? Well, the first thing you can do really is breathe from your belly. Just breathe in and constantly keep doing that. Just inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Exhale ideally a little bit more slowly than the way you inhale. Now, that's the first thing. The second thing, the more important thing really, is to see it through, is to push yourself. It's to recognize that if you've never passed out before and you're feeling these feelings of passing out, try it. See if you can pass out. Chances are you're not going to be able to pass out. You actually are way more in control than you think. And what's really happening is you're just being fooled. Once you realize this, you kind of naturally will develop the confidence of, well, actually, I'm not going to pass out in certain situations. And you just kind of realize you're being tricked into this. So hopefully this gave you guys some explanation. Hopefully this gave you guys some value. If you guys really want to know more, I have something amazing to offer you, which is my private Facebook group. Now, in this Facebook group, I'm putting out exclusive content that I'm not putting out on Facebook, social media, this YouTube channel. This is exclusive for the Facebook group, which the link is below. Now, I'm not gonna lie, we screen pretty heavily. We don't want this to be just a generic Facebook group where people are kind of venting out their problems, or people are trying to, get diagnosed by other people, or just, trying to relate to people who are struggling with anxiety. These are people who actually are on the path of fully overcoming. They're taking active steps to fully overcome their panic attacks. So if you guys want to know more, hit the link below. When you guys hit the link, it's going to give you an option to request. Now, when you hit the request button, it's going to pop up with 3 questions. It's very important that you guys answer these 3 questions. If you guys don't answer these 3 questions, I can't promise to let you guys in. Obviously, we want as many people in as possible, but we're also trying to maintain the integrity of the Facebook group. So if you guys want, hit the link below, and I'll see you guys inside. Thanks.